Ron Rossi. Ron Rossi has remained close to home since his birth in Denver in 1949. The 1967 graduate of Arvada West High School made his way back to Jefferson County to coach and teach after earning a degree in mathematics at Colorado College in 1971. Rossi jumped into the coaching arena while at Colorado College, where he coached diving. That was a springboard to a 53-year high school coaching career. The self-proclaimed lifer coach went to work at Arvada High School in 1971, teaching and coaching 3 sports. During his career, Rossi coached basketball, softball, swimming, tennis, and gymnastics. He continued coaching in these sports at both Arvada and Lakewood until he moved to Holy Family High School in 2003 to be the head girls basketball coach. Over the next 21 years, the Lady Tigers posted a 438-98 record under Rossi. In that time period, they won an amazing 7 state championships, with one other possible circumvented when the state tournament was canceled because of COVID. Coach Rossi had been honored with an almost uncountable number of Coach of the Year recognitions and was presented the Chaska Sealberry Award in 2023, along with being a finalist for the National Coach of the Year Award in the same year. The longtime member of Chaska coached in the All-State Games in 2008 and 2023. He served the organization by speaking at their coaching clinics many times. Ron has done it all with the support of his wife Stephanie, along with their daughters Jessica and Alex, and their son Jameson.
Well, I'm really glad that my parents got me involved in athletics at an early age. Growing up in East Denver, I played just about everything. I played basketball, I played tennis, football, and if there was a season, I was in it. Sports weren't just activities to me. They became part of who I am. Without knowing, my life is starting to shape from these lessons that I learned from sports. Well, my road to becoming a coach, as I'm going to call myself a lifer coach, began at Arvada West in a swimming pool in Arvada. My diving coach, his name is Dave Fleming, and he was the first person that encouraged me to be a coach. He taught me how the details matter and fundamentals matter, and to be a success, you have to work hard. And then my next person that really influenced me was Bob McHenry, my basketball coach at Arvada West. And of course, he taught me, to be the best player that I could be, and also to improve my IQ. And then he also taught me life lessons that I want to incorporate in my coaching. I just wanted to build programs that that led to advancement in life. So after 32 years, I left Jeffco, and then I became the head basketball coach at Holy Family, and I coached there for 21 years. That's 53 years in education. My name's Nick Rocket Ron because of the fact that spectators, coaches, all love the way I jumped and the way I got excited on a good play. But longevity doesn't give you success. There's more to it. I was honored to be Coach of the Year in 3 different sports. That doesn't happen very often. Jeffco, softball, basketball, and tennis, so that was kind of a neat thing for me. But, once again, it's a reflection of the players I had and the assistant coaches that I had. I think what makes me kind of a little different is my approach is kind of unique. We work hard to be the best we could do, but what we wanted to do is not only what we do, but how we do it, and then we believe that we can do it. My favorite quote is "Tradition never graduates." So to prove it, I put on 20 of my Holy Family t-shirts, and I took them off one at a time, showing that tradition doesn't leave when the seniors graduate. It becomes a foundation, a building block, the standard the next group rises. Boy, it's gave me the opportunities to, meet and learn from different people. I had great administrators, I had great ADs, great assistant coaches, and great student athletes. More than 5 decades in the education and coaching. You really learn that wins and losses you're not the most important thing. I make a difference. Well, first of all, I want to thank my wife and all my children, Jessica, Alex, and Jameson, along with their partners, and my 3 grandchildren. Coaching is a family commitment, and they give an unwavering support through every season I had. I want to thank all my assistant coaches because they're just awesome. My favorite athletic director, Ben Peterson, and I couldn't have made that journey. I couldn't have done it without him. And the last little thing I wanted to say, I was very fortunate. My last game was a championship game. Every coach would like to finish their career at that stage. We didn't win it, but when I'm walking back to the locker room, George Harrison's song, All Things Must Pass, went through my mind. And then I thought, well, John Wooden had another thing. Success is measured by a journey, and you bet. My journey was very successful for my players, the lessons, the laughter, and the challenges. I know I was successful.
Please make welcome 2026 Chaska Hall of Fame inductee, Ron Rossi.